Hey, welcome back. So, guys, as part of the previous session, we have seen how exactly we can use a tab. Now, let us see how exactly we can use a multi-tab. So, generally, on a particular element, we can perform this multiple tab operation. And here, within this braces, you need to specify how many times you want to perform this particular tab operation. Okay, so for which what I am doing here is I was picking up these steppers, and on this, roughly I want to tap it for six or seven different times on the same UI kit catalog app. Okay, so what I am doing right now here is whatever the code is there, just copy it, comment it, put it back, perform multi-tap operation. Okay, so multi-tap operation. So this time I just wanna perform, I don't want this command. So let me delete these commands. So on which element you wanna click on? I wanna click on this steppers. So directly I'm writing down steppers. I know that each and every element it does has a text. So I just clicked on it. In this steppers, there is an increment button. So here, let me open my accessibility inspector, identify this first increment button, which has a label as an increment. So come back here, await, element. So here by dot label. Okay, label, and automatically my copilot is giving me the suggestion, just press a tab operation, and here it's performing the tab operation for three times on an increment, and automatically my copilot is suggesting me that, buddy, you can use a decrement button also. I just pressed a tab. So I have given these two commands out over there. Click on a stepper, click on the increment for three times, and click on that decrement for two times. I didn't check the locator for this decrement. Let me open up my this accessibility inspector and this device. Basically, of course, the decrement is the accurate locator which was picked my copilot. Okay, now let me load my terminal. Okay, let me load my terminal, and let me try to run this command and check it out whether it is performing these multi-tap operation on that elements or not. Okay, so it got a failed at this particular element. So the multi-tap here, it got a fail. The reason here is, the reason here is probably what I was thinking out over there is there are a multiple elements with this particular label. So here, what I am doing here is at index 0. Okay, at index 0. The reason here is, let me open my accessibility inspector and a UI kit catalog application, and let us navigate to this stepper. So this is an increment, this is an increment, and this is also an increment. There are three different increments are there in that particular screen. Which one you want to perform, I didn't understand. So that's the reason I have a given at a index 0. Okay, at index 0 I precisely gave an index as a 0, and let me try to run this program and check it out whether it is performing this operation this time or not. Okay, see here, this time it performed the operation. The reason why it got a fail, generally in a traditional automation approach, if for an element, if there are a multiple, if for an attribute, if there are a multiple elements are there in that particular application, on which element it should perform the operation, we need to explicitly call it out. So that's the reason at index 0, though there are a multiple elements with this particular attributes, pick the first element and perform the multiple tap operation for 8 times. Okay, perform the multiple tap operation for 8 times, and then the decrement operation for the 3 times. Okay, let me try to run this particular program once again and check it out whether it is performing this multi tap operation or not. Okay, see here, it should perform that. See, 8 times, and it performed that operation successfully. So this is the way how exactly we can use a multi-tap operation. And of course, one more thing is, if there are a multiple elements are there, how exactly we can identify using its index also, we have studied. Okay, perfectly all right. See you again in the next lecture. Bye bye.